naturally I float. On eagle's wings shall I soar. Clearly I must admit, you're the only one I know. I'm surrounded my body and soul. Imagination, appreciation. Where will I be without you? It's elevation, consolidation. My whole life revolves around you. And when I breathe the sun, oh, I see your name. I fathom or comprehend this love you give. Tell me, where do I begin? Oh, hey, look at my hands up. Kimake be cherubim, tabi seraphim. Lord, Timo, wayo, you want to fish shobora. Your mercy, your goodness, in my finger and I feel it. Oh, I see it. Gratitude to say. I saw it, everything in me. I say, yes. With everything in me, I say, cause every time I look to my right, every time I look to my left, all I see all over me is your faithfulness. Every time I look up, down, middle, every time I look from top down below, all I see all over me is your faithfulness. Is your faithfulness. Oh, I know. I still cannot fathom or comprehend this love you give. Tell me, where do I begin? Tell me, where do I begin? Look at my hands up. Kimake bicherubi. Tabi said I feel. Money low. Lower, lower, Timo, yo. You are the more fisher, shopper. Your mercy, your goodness. In my finger bind, I feel it. Oh, I see it. Gratitude is it. I saw it, everything in me. I say, show, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Cause every time I look to my right, every time I look to my left, all I see all over me is your faithfulness. And every time I look from up in the middle, every time I look from top down below, all I see all over me is your faithfulness. And it's your faithfulness. Show, Jesus. Yes. With everything in me, I say, show, Jesus. Yes. Cause every time I look to my right, every time I look to my left, all I see all over me is your faithfulness. Your faithfulness. Gone. Bí mo ṣe ń pè ẹ́, òun jẹ́ mi yó. Olùkọ́kọ́ mi yó, kò sọ́ṣà. Na ìdọ́ládùn yó, tó ń ṣe pẹ́lẹ́pẹ́ o. Ìwọ ni mo fi ṣaṣọ tó ń cover mi o. Olùgbọ́gbọ́ mi yó, my designer. My pathfinder mi o. Níbi síbi níbi sàkáání mi o. Yeah, I feel it. You even out the mark. Yeah, I feel it. You're breaking down my walls. See, I know that your spirit is here with me. Undwell to me. Go back for me. What do you want? What do you want? Shubae. Oh, Shubae. Oh, Jolo Joe. Aye, I'm petty for my own. Oh, Shubae. Be more sure, don't me yo. Ara and call me yo. My shepherd from the valley yo. Put on me, no me be some 23. All the show of me. Yeah, I feel it down my walls. See, I know for me. What he want, Shubae. Oh, Shubae. Oh, Jolo Joe. Aye, oh, I'm petty for my own. Oh, Shubae. Right now, it's you all over me. My system is shut down if you were to ever leave. I mean, I can't finish my way up, I need your referee. and I need your guarantee. Oh, it's crystal, oh, it's clear. Oh, I put my hand, bear me sorry, oh. What I fully my eyes, I just they cry. What I fully my eyes, I just they cry. See how many times will I wonder? By me be your TB intoxication, she mean if I lala. Oh yeah, for me more I keep my shekele, be shekere, keep my yoke in my fanda. It's show influence that I've been under. Can we align till the call? Then it's crystal, oh it's clear. When you want the conscious show, long move me the bell. Oh, I put my hands in the air. It's only you I will say. Baby, sorry, oh, baby, sorry. Yeah. Merciful, plentiful. Nobody, no like you. When I think of all the things that you do, what I full in my eyes, I just they cry out to you. Merciful, plentiful, things that you do. What I shouting like, who's am I? Unconventional to this big guidance you give me, guys. You're all a million times in one, a billion times in two. Yes, the threshold. See what see, lift your voice with me, bounce along with me. Boy, I get body walk, get body walk. Boy, I can see you. Lift your voice with me, bounce along with me. Yeah. And I might do myself a disservice if I don't let you full control. If I don't let you roll the boat, I want my gun float. Oh, beshe fellow, she my jet. Oh, Karaka, wala sempe. Oh, I still live with me, tipe. You know, get competition, you know, get tipe. Oh, can I rain on this parade? Can I put a price? Can I put a cap to this? You got me high off the ground and high off the wave. When you be serving is the recipe. Sweet reputation. Going back to back, I'll be circling round and round you. Can't do without you. And that's the last thing I'll be on about you. See what I want. Inside my system, you light me up. La vida low, living it up. La vida low. One lady, one lipa. Catch me in system, euphoria. Touching the heavens, I'm touching the back. Now you behind me, trying to make up. Boy, I love that moon. Boy, I get so joy. Lift your voice with me, bounce along with me. Boy, I get body walk, get body walk. Boy, I can see you. Lift your voice with me, bounce along with me. What you're being served, I should have reserved. Can't get enough, got me moved, got my just need another round. If it's only you ask, on the side, but you're holding it down for me. What you're being served, I should have reserved. Let's go. Caught in fire, I'm caught in flame. Circling on my name, well, I'll be right in the distance, in the same place, in different ways. However you should ask me, I'll answer the same. My heart's on the play for you, you could have you want it all. All time, all of my days. You're never the one to wait, and blotting out my transgressions, all of my shame. You're numbing all of my pain. Oh, adios, I'll never say no. I'll never say no. I'll be damned if I gave you up, and I'll be lying if I ever said that I had enough. Oh, got me calling your name. Oh, you want insane. You're the one who owes my today and my tomorrow. My life's no borrow. know you make a frown. Trust the lily, splendor it out. Know you with me here and now. Oh, I know you made the vow. Got my feet on solid ground. Got my head up in the clouds. Oh, get me. Oh, you wanna say you're the one who holds my today and my tomorrow. My life's not borrowed.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. How has been your day? I actually expect response. Has been your day? How has been your day? Okay. Has been your day? Awesome. The Okumashore road has been really hectic. Hope, there was nothing on the road. Right, coming here. All right, so quickly, we're gathered here today because of Ennovate Lab. We had our 7th year anniversary on Monday, and we have been having like a week-long celebration of our anniversary. And today we are going to be doing the open house segment where we had rolled out the flyer and then we had asked you all to ask questions, right? Concerning your businesses, concerning your current areas of challenge. And we're going to be watching the leadership, the panel guests, right? Tell us one or two things, from working with Ennovate Lab, one or two things, sharing their experiences over the last 7 years. So without much ado, I'd like all of us to rise up while we take I want to say why we take the national anthem. Then I now remember that which one exactly is the national anthem. Is it O God of Creation or O Hail Our Father's Land? Who knows either of them? Who knows the new one? Do you know it? Okay, do you know the second standard? Nobody? Okay, so we'll sing the old one, yeah? Who knows the old one? Haba. See, wait, first and foremost, one of the first things you have to develop is boldness. First and foremost, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, if you're going to be in the career world, if you're going to be in the business space, even if you're going to be a stay-at-home husband or wife, you still have to develop boldness. So I need one person to volunteer to come and lead us in the national. Okay, I'll give the person 1K. Come out. Come out now, come out. Come. You want to do it, you want to. Thank you. Please, everybody clap for him. I mean, when I said come out, nobody. You should clap. Thank you.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigeria, all and proud to serve our sovereign motherland.
you. Thank you. I heard so many people chorusing. Interesting. Anyway, now that I've paid due homage to the land which we are all working in and trying to thrive in, we have about 10 minutes to get to know each other, right? So, walk to at least 5 people, exchange contact, get their names, find out what they're doing, find out if something they're doing is something you can be interested in, and start, collaborating, making partnerships, etc. All right, the floor is yours for like 10 minutes. Please, this is a business meeting. Okay.
You bring relief to my heaviness, and I wanna go so deep, so deep in you. Just let me wander into your fire while you purify me. Make me into all that you desire. There's no one else I'd rather be than what you want from me, Jesus. Shall I call your name, then be put to shame? No, Jesus. Nothing stays the same at the mention of your name. Can you walk with me side to side, you see, and lead on? And oh, sweet Jesus. Take all of my praise and adoration. That's all I'd ever bring to you. Nothing else will matter but the satisfaction, knowing I lived it all for you. Take all of my love and my devotion. If that's all I'd ever bring to you, nothing else will matter but the satisfaction, knowing I lived it all for you. So take all of mine. Take all of my, yeah, yeah. Take all of mine. Take all of my, you are the most I can shama jua. Ale alusano boa. Kima ke kima shadua. Tanimba fiya we no replica. Wakamputa sonda. I see never need to say no da. Macho na mi da number. Oh you are the most I can shama jua. Ale alusano boa. Kima ke kima shadua. Tanimba fiya we no replica. Wakamputa sonda. I see never need to say no da. Macho na mi da number. Take all of my praise and adoration. That's all I'd ever bring to you. Nothing else will matter but the satisfaction, knowing I lived it all for you. Take all of my love and my devotion. That's all I'd ever bring to you. Nothing else will matter but the satisfaction, knowing I lived it all for you. Alelele. Everything is your power, everything is your road, we don't care nothing. Stand at the microphone like you're showing off, and it's constant and it's right. But with you when we just getting started. I won't take a sit down, I won't take a breather, I won't kiss my chupa, elevation, adoration. Don't stop, you can go on and on with me. Shama with me, keep my coming. Territory, where you make your territory. You can take all of the territory. Take all of my mama, yeah, yeah. Take all of my. Take all of my.
Currently now, it is called.
Only you make me feel something, something, something unusual. When you love, you leave nothing, no residuals. Supreme, esteem, highly celestial. Always sealed in the heavens, it's confidential. To me, to you, ooh, ooh, ooh. And you are the only one. Nobody gets me like, nobody gets me like you, like you.
Hello.
For you are where I belong.
Wow, I feel like people are pitching themselves aggressively.
And you are the only one.
It's beautiful to see. No, it's not. We still have like 3-4 minutes. So if we could congregate together. Hello everyone.
Can't do enough with my eulogy or my praises.
You cannot hear me.
Darling, live my whole life to your evidence. What you will do shall be permanent. In the full is the power.
Hello, please can you come back to your seats? Wow, like you all can meet each other after the event and you can continue collecting numbers and following yourself on social media and all that. So I'll just be picking 2-3 people. I'll be randomly picking 2-3 people and you'll tell me, the names of 3 people that you have met here today. Yes, you are the one I'm picking. Because when I was talking about the national anthem, you're looking everywhere, but you do the lyrics. Okay, so introduce yourself. And then tell me 2-3 people that you have met.
Okay, good evening everyone. My name is Juliana. So I met with Dave and Ruth. So I only met with 2 people, yes. And we talked about what we do and all like that.
What does Ruth do?
Yes, she's interested in speaking, yes. Like an upcoming public speaker, yes.
Oh, awesome. Who is Ruth? Hi. Oh, good. Good to see you. The next person is sister in the black top. Yeah, the one that is close to the grass that just looked at the grass behind Nana. Yes, you. Yes, you. Please come and join me here. Please, can I see your hands, everyone? Thank you. Me?
Alright, my name is Praise and I met with Precious and Sarah.
What does Sarah do?
Okay, Sarah is learning
Who is Sarah?
Project management.
Okay, I was just
She's
about to say
currently
she
learning
comes
project
skewer.
management, and Precious is learning photography and web development.
Oh, good, good. Okay, so you'll be the third person. No, no, I think I've called two girls, so I'm not look biased. Sir, please. Richard.
Good evening. My name is Richard. I met David and Rachel. David is into computer science, and Rachel does perfumes, and she's learning photography.
Awesome, awesome. I'm glad that you all, got to meet each other and all that. So, we're gonna be having the next segment now, where I'll be calling on Funto Adesola to just give us an introductory speech as to the reason why we are gathered here today. Please, can you all put your hands together? Okay, so while we're waiting for her to come up, we're going to be having a segment which I would like to encourage all of you to participate in. So you guys had sent in your questions, and we want to just make sure that your questions were answered, your expectations were met, which is the reason why at the end of this event, we're throwing a poll out. So if you don't have a QR code scanner on your phone, might want to, download it this moment, so that when that time comes, you'll be ready and pumped to, partake in the poll that will be throwing out, just to, number our impact. Yeah. So, the
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Are you excited to be here today? Doesn't seem so, because some people are not smiling. Are you excited to be here today? Are you excited to be here today? Okay, well, I for one am actually excited to be here because of one major reason. I mean, we all seated here because Ennovate Lab is celebrating a significant achievement, and we love that you're a part of it. So if you're not excited, well, I am, because this is like, since the day one of this anniversary, I've been telling my colleague that I feel like this is like my child's birthday, 7th year birthday. It feels so personal, So if you're not excited, I will understand. But I'm really, really glad to be here today. And before I go into what I want to share, I just want to ask us, or maybe like one or two people, one person. I'll ask one person the first question, and then another person the second question. So who can tell us why we are all seated here today? Why are you here? For what purpose are you here? Please, can I have the second mic? Anybody wants to try? Anybody wants to try? All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we're here for Ennovate Lab 7th year anniversary.
But aside from that, it looks like a business meeting, so.
Isn't it meant to be?
All right, you're right. We are here for Ennovate Lab's 7th year anniversary. But more than that, we are here to basically share with you Ennovate Lab's story, the lessons we've learned in the past 7 years. Imagine doing business for how many people seated here as a business they are doing? You have a business. You started a business. How long have you been doing your business? Just started. Like how many years?
Yeah. So when I was filling the form, there were different options. There was 2 years, there was a year, then there was ideation. So I'm at ideation.
Thank you. Any other person who has started, like, you started the business, you've moved from ideation to maybe execution or something. Anyone? Alright. Gentleman behind.
Yes. I'm Oluwadam Lola. I'm into books. I sell books, inspirational books.
So how long have you been doing the business? 9 months. So my question to you is, how has it been?
The truth is, it has not been easy.
Okay.
But let me say, with the help of people and supporters, it has been going on.
Okay. That is all that I need to hear, actually. We all understand that business is not easy. And most importantly, doing business in Nigeria is not easy. But much more importantly, doing business in a city like Ogumosho is not beans. Right. That is why we are seated here today. Share with you being able to navigate this journey from 20 questions. So my second question is this. To the person that feels like I know Ennovate Lab a little bit, who can tell us your understanding of Ennovate Lab? What do you think Ennovate Lab does? What is, because I've seen people say a couple of things about what we do at the lab. Even me, I'm surprised that, oh, really? Nice stuff. So, if you think you are that bold and audacious person who thinks that he or she knows Ennovate Lab so well, and you can tell me, like you're telling me, this is what I think you guys do at Ennovate Lab, please can I see your hand? You already answered. He's not the only person here. Any other person, please? Any other person? Oh, so we just saw the flyer like, oh, let me go to Ennovate Lab. So are you here if you don't know what we do? Anybody? Or should I pick someone? Should I pick someone in the room? My microphone goes to you. Please let me pass it to the lady with the hat. See, I also have cough and catarrh. Just answer. The microphone is there for you to amplify your voice. Anything really. There's no wrong or right answers. Please, we don't have so much time. Just say anything that comes to mind. Can borrow you mine. You can have this. Put it close to your mouth so we can hear you properly.
Good evening, everyone. Okay, my name is Tiwa Tokpe. What I think Ennovate Lab does is transform using using entrepreneurship, technology, and placemaking. Thank you.
Please, can we clap for her, because that's a very smart way to think. I mean, it's like everybody forgot that we have something here, and you're just trying to, rack your head. So what's it that Ennovate Lab does? What did they do at the lab? What did they do at the lab? But really, this is like the overarching goal. So, but you raised your hand earlier. Do you want to try?
Actually, I have a story to share. Okay, yeah. 3 years ago, 2021, I was one of the ASU victims, the ASU strike victims. We were at home for over 6 months. I just got my admission to medicine in Lautech, and I was confused. Okay, critical thinking and creative thinking. I remember that time he made a PowerPoint and he shared us the PowerPoint then, and he also spoke about other things like how we shouldn't be scared of using our cognitive skills to achieve greater things. He shared the story of how they impacted some schools in Ogumosho, training secondary school students to come up with innovative solutions. I think he mentioned one about how some students extracted a certain substance from, was it mango tree, and they used it to cure something, or they used it to power something. He also made mention of when he was in Lautech and they wanted to work on a project, and they were just like, and the supervisor was just like, don't go the extra mile in this place. it will not be accepted. And he just did the basic thing everybody was doing, not because he wasn't capable of doing something extra, but because of how the system was. So I think JJ has really stood out to me as someone who would thrive and bring out something more purposeful, regardless of what the environment allows. Which is one thing I've struggled with too, to some extent. And me being here today, is more of a blessing in disguise for me that I didn't see coming. So and yeah, for the past 3 years, so I've been monitoring Ennovate Lab designs. Please, we need to give them a round of applause for that, for the consistency and the feeling it communicates and the brand establishment as well. So so that being said, 3 years down the line now, from that workshop, still a medical student, less of ASU and more brand identity design. So thank you very much.
Amazing stuff. Please let's appreciate him. So the interesting thing is that I know that individuals seated here today, it's likely that none of you, don't let me say no. It's likely that majority of you would how do I want to phrase this? There's a possibility, JD. Yes or yes? Good. You cannot have the company without the man. We can have the man without the company, or we can have the company without the man. Anyways, so I want us to chorus this thing that you can see on the roll-up banner. Right? How many people can see it? So, Ennovate Lab, this is what we do. So I will read it first, and then you go after me. We transform African communities using entrepreneurship, technology, and placemaking. Did you get that? So can we chorus it? So what you say is Ennovate Lab transforms African communities using entrepreneurship, technology, and placemaking. Did you get that? So 1, 2, 3, go. Ennovate Lab transforms African communities using entrepreneurship, technology, and placemaking. So this is like all we do, like the sum total of everything that we do in Ennovate Lab. So, but when you ask us that question and we think about it deeply, we say that we build resilient innovation ecosystems, right, in underserved university communities. So it's not just about African communities. There's a key word there: underserved university communities, like Ogbomoso. So if you are going to move to another location, like replicate Ennovate Lab in another location, we are not just moving to any other location. We are moving to where? An underserved university community. So a place like Ede, a place like Ikere Ekiti, that most grants or like where places where the governments are not placing their center focus on. Communities where they are like written off. Communities where people say, can anything good come from this place? Those are the places we are looking out for to see. We can trust that with Ennovate Lab in this community, this place can become the next Silicon Valley. And that is our goal, Ogbomoso. To make Ogbomoso the next Silicon Valley, to transform Ogbomoso and its economy, and to paint the picture that either you are birthed here, you are from Ogbomoso, or you are not. You came to Ogbomoso as a student. You can thrive anywhere. We're just selling the story that either you're from a small town or you're living in a small town. Big things happen in small towns. There's a particular quote that we very dear, Margaret Mead, and the quote says that never doubt that a group of citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. And that's one quote that we hold very dear. And that is one, like, we hold it very dear. And it's one of the things that is also championing, is helping us to, forge ahead. So, how do we do all of these things? Because this seems like grammar. So, how do you intend to transform communities through entrepreneurship, placemaking, and technology? So, basically, what we do is we train. Right, we train people in digital skills. We also develop digital solutions. Right, so we have different arms of the organization that does that. So when you see Ennovate Lab is not just Ennovate Lab. Ennovate Lab is a mother brand that has plenty children under its brands. Right, are we getting me? So now we've done a lot of things. We've done a couple of. You was talking about some of the things you shared. The event about the innovation challenges was another brand of Ennovate Lab called it's Children That Change the World. So we have Kiola, we have Grade Plus, we have a couple of other businesses. But if you want to know more about that, you can check our websites at www.innovatelab.com and check Kiola. Kiola is like the data that provide digital solutions to organizations and founders. So you can check Kiola at www.kiola. Kiola is spelled as Q-E-O-L-A, Kiola.com. www.keola.com. So if you have any business you're building, you can come to us for your consultation. I get to pay us very cool cash. We're not going to charge you so much. All right. So and then we have Children That Change the World that focus. Children That Change the World is teaching children and teenagers critical thinking skills and also telling them the stories of children that have changed the world, just as the name of the organization implies. And then we have Grade Plus, who are helping undergraduate students to learn how to think and to excel in their academics and to choose the best career for their lives, right? And a couple of other things. But I will read here that how and why do we do this? Why? How? So we identify key stakeholders, educate them, resource them, and release or commission them in order to facilitate economic abundance and virtuous culture creation for human flourishing. That's all of grammar. Basically, like I said, what we do basically is like the core. One of the core things that we do at Ennovate Lab is education, right? Because you cannot transform a community without proper education. So, and that is why we are seated here today to tell you some of the things that we've done, you know, to just share our stories with you. So this setting here, it looks like a business setting, but it's more relaxed. So feel relaxed. We've taken your questions when you were filling the forms, and we've sort of just highlighted like a couple of those questions together. So we are here to just answer. Like we have so much we want to share with you, but those questions that we're going to answer tonight are the questions that you've all put together, like things that are like hunger pangs in your hearts that you need answers to, and we are trusting that with God's wisdom and with the years of experience that we've been in this business, we'll be able to answer your questions. I hope that at the day, you know, you become better, you become a of yourself, a better version of yourself as an entrepreneur or as an intrapreneur, either you're working with an organization or not, and you live here with answered questions. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, it's me once again. I hope the session or the speech was enlightening. So we're going to be moving to the next session where we'll have our moderator in the person of Isaac James, and he will come on and then, you know, call the rest of the panelists, and then would hopefully have answers to the myriads of questions in our hearts. All right, Isaac James, please.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. It's great to be in charge of the panel this evening. And we're going to be having several exciting people on the panel. Sorry, can the speaker be shifted? It's making the microphone honk. Thank you. And we're going to have several exciting people, really knowledgeable people within their fields on the panel this evening. First and foremost, I would like to invite Miss Fonto Adeshola. She's the Chief of Staff of Ennovate Lab. Please keep clapping as we welcome her up. Secondly, is Mr. Ola Okegbemi, is the lead of engineering at Ennovate Lab or Kiola. Thirdly, we have Mr. Tolu Obatunde. He's the CEO of Grade Plus Africa. Can we please give him? clapping. Let's keep clapping and thumbs up. Fourthly, we're going to be welcoming Abayomi Perez Oyekunle. He's the lead of marketing. Okay, sorry, pardon me. Mr. Abayomi Okekunle getting Ennovate Lab. Thank you. And last but not the least, we're going to be having the CEO, but he will be joining us a little later in the evening. But it's great to have these amazing panelists with us this evening. They're going to be answering questions that we all asked on the registration form. So those questions have been sort of curated and streamlined so that similar questions have been added together such in a way that they will be streamlined and will be able to answer more questions in a shorter period of time. I'm going to be starting with Abayomi. The first question here is this: what are some of the biggest lessons you've learned from validating business ideas at the lab, particularly in terms of market demand and customer fit? So the question is, biggest lessons concerning market demand and customer fit.
Yeah, so good evening, everyone. Happy to be here today. If there was one thing I was going to speak about, validating market demand, yeah, and customer fit, yeah. Customer fit is knowing if you are even selling the right product in the first place. I would say for you to focus on finding out from people try to find out from people what exactly it is that is the problem that you are solving for them. And I'll give you an example. Because many times when we want to do business, we are more interested in the product than in the problem. And the product can be completely different from the problem. Yeah? You can have different products that solve the same problem. So what you want to do is to focus. Till tomorrow, when I speak with clients every month, I would ask them again. Even though I know that, we are offering virtual assistant services to this customer, I will then ask him, number one, what problem exactly are we solving for you? Because the product is not the problem. So number one, you only invest significant time talking to your customers again and again, asking them again and again. I know businesses that will succeed by measuring how obsessed they are in trying to find out as much as they can about the customer problem. Yeah, so that's the one thing I would say. Focus on unearthing what the problem is. Yeah, I would just say this again and that will be all. I was reading from Jack Ma, and he was speaking about how that in their boardroom they have an empty seat, yeah, and they call that seat like that's the customer, the shareholder, yeah. And whenever they make a decision, they would ask, how will the customer feel or respond to this decision they are making? So put in a nutshell, focus on finding the real problem you are solving, and how you will do that is by consistently engaging with your customer, and be sure that that problem is a problem that they'll be willing to pay you money for before you even jump off the boat.
Right, fantastic response. Can we give him a round of applause? I'd love to also hear Mr. Ola's contribution, if any, to that question from an engineering perspective. Like, how do you build products essentially that will have customer fit? Or product market fit, whichever.
Abayomi really captured my thoughts essentially, because the most important thing about building products is understanding your users, right, and providing solutions for them. It goes a long way to validate your product and the idea that you so purported. One thing that I always look out for, especially when it comes to ideation for products and all, is to be able to say confidently that your users will be bumped if you were to leave the market. Like, if I were to excuse myself from your service, how would you feel? How would the customers feel? How would the users feel? That's usually one critical metric to validate or to evaluate the success of your idea or the viability in the market. So I think that would just be one sense that I'll be adding to.
Fantastic response. Thank you.
So, for example, yeah, because we're like seemingly talking in abstract terms. So let's bring this down to something practical, yeah. So when I came back to Bomosho, I couldn't deal with having to figure out what to eat every day, and I couldn't deal with spending 2 hours to cook to eat for 15 minutes after spending the entire day at work. It didn't make sense, yeah. And so I found a fix, yeah, and then I went to my status and said, hey, I'm having this problem, and this is how I solved this problem, yeah. And if you want to also have this problem solved, come into my DM, yeah. And if I smile because if there was a lot of people that came into my DM, right? Now that's like a very practical way to find customer feed. Like test, like put things out there, yeah. Ask people, even if it's people that are already, like let's say you have a business and you are selling clothes to people. There's a reason why people come to you and not the 10 other people that are also selling the same clothes on your status. Call your customers up one day and ask them, I know that you have like many other people that sell this, but why do you stick with me? Yeah, what is the 1, 2, 3 things about the way I sell to you that makes you want to come back again and again to me? And that is what you should focus on building. Yeah.
Fantastic response. Thank you, Abayomi. The next question, it will be for Tolu. And the question is this: what are the key things to focus on when building a business from scratch, especially with limited resources? So I think the idea is around the fact that Ennovate Lab largely, and to some degree Great Plus Africa, is built to serve on underserved communities.
Yeah.
So on the back of that, you will likely not have a lot of resources to start with. So how do you navigate that?
The reason why we actually were smiling or laughing, if I call it that, was like that question seems to be very direct and to the right place actually. So so this is very interesting. I met a guy when we went to Rwanda the last time, Mohammed Kassan. Is the lead of the ventures lab of ALU. So we apparently got him on one of our webinars talking about entrepreneurship, and he said something very practical. He said, if you want to actually go into entrepreneurship basically is not for hungry people. I'm going to repeat that. Entrepreneurship is not for hungry people. You want to weigh your options. If you feel like you need serious money right now, go get a job, okay? And then maybe focus on a job that can also feed you and as well feed your skill, improve yourself, whilst you are still gathering momentum to actually venture into entrepreneurship. So why did I say that? Is that the journey of entrepreneurship sometimes actually can be very tedious, and especially if you don't have all the, in quotes, capital resources. Okay, so from my own personal experience, okay, we started from scratch. We actually bootstrapped. We started officially. I don't want to say so much of stories. So we started officially 2 years ago, and then then we launched last year. We registered and all of that, and then we started pushing. But before that, we have had the idea. But one thing is that none of us had the financial capacity to put into the fund and invest. And at that point, we were still in the ideation stage and all of that. So, but first thing that really helped Great Plus Africa was Ennovate Lab, incubating Great Plus Africa, first of all. So we had the opportunity to be incubated. And what incubation does was that it gives you the opportunity to design and iterate, while you have the allowance of resources to make that happen. That's number one. But not everyone does always have incubation opportunity or accelerator opportunity and all of that. So, but I have to mention that. So, secondly, I would say when we started, we are presently right now we are 4 founders. Okay, we started like 6. I still remember a few of them. And what happened was that when you have an idea, the very, very, very important resources is people, not money. People who buys into the idea and who can own your idea and sell it to other people. I repeat myself, people who buys into your idea, who can own your idea and sell it to other people, even without you being there. So when you see people like that, I will literally tell you that all of us, apart from Olajide, who is our design lead and co-founder, he has a skill before we started. The rest of us, we were skillless. But we have an idea, like we want to help education, we want to do this and all of that. It was along the way I picked up skill in project management, which eventually led to my leadership kind of capacity. And then along the way, actually pick up some